Hello, Leo. Thank you very much for tuning in to this week's read. For the main part of the read, I'm using the Light Seers Tarot by Chris Ann. There's websites here. Where are they? Oh, it's on the back. ChrisAnn with an E.com. Chris-Ann with an E.com. It's at the end of the last sentence. If you're interested, feel free to freeze frame if you want to. Supportive Oracle cards. Energy Oracle cards by Sandra Ann Taylor. Websites are all Hay House websites. Feel free to check those out. Feel free to freeze frame, of course, if you want them. There's also a Hay House radio here on the back, if you're interested in that. Sandra's picture. Of course, free to freeze frame on that if you want it. Okay. What do we have for Leo? Let's just try to keep that from becoming a Jenga situation. Leo. Okay, good cards for Leo. I think it's the first one today I did that looked really good. So, that's something. At least somebody's having some good ones. Yeah, you got good ones. Good. Okay, you're coming in with the Justice card, which to me, Leo doesn't usually have a hard time communicating. Usually communication is fairly easy for Leo, usually. But when you got this card coming in right with it, this sometimes talks about Libra, and you're not Libra, obviously, but that's another card it's another sign you easily communicate with. So I feel like you're dealing with somebody who you can easily communicate what you're thinking, where you're going, where things need to be done. A lot of cooperation coming here. Somebody else is having an issue with indecision. Literally, that's the card, indecision. But that's a very compatible energy with you as well. You match up with the Emperor very easily. The Emperor is about truth, getting things done, figuring things out, and getting things done the right way the first time. Not letting things sit, just going in and dealing with it. And you do that very easily. You mesh with that very easily. Things are very good. You're helping somebody move forward, but this person has to move forward. They have to decide what they want first. So you're waiting for them to move forward. The thing is, waiting forever is not a good idea. So, okay. So, like, I know that this shouldn't be just, like, cakes and rainbows and popsicles and all other stuff. Cakes and rainbows and popsicles? Sure. The Tower is looming on this situation in the Page of Cups. If we don't start moving soon... Really? The Tower is looming. Things have been staying the same for too long. It's time for a change. The indecision is holding things up. We need to start moving forward on the change. We need to go... In this situation, we're holding on to the Ace of Pentacles too long. It's kind of like... when you have certain flowers or certain seeds, you keep them in a colder environment so they don't start growing. You just kind of keep them in a quiet place, a colder place, and they don't start germinating, from what I understand. Like, there's certain bulbs for certain flowers. I feel like you put them in a colder place through the winter so that they don't start growing. This is one of those situations where it's going to be left in this cold status too long, and it might just die. We're overthinking things, we're holding on too long, or waiting too long. We need to move forward from the Ace of Pentacles and actually turning it into the Ace of Fire. Fire is what matches you, and it's time to move forward. The thing is, you do match this person. So how do you inspire them to move forward is a good question. How do you do that? Because it's kind of like you're a part of the process. You're also the thinking person, the thinking man. Don't get caught up in the gender, but you're also a part of this situation where you're helping them think it out. And it's kind of like, listen, we got to start doing something. I'm not saying we have to commit all the way, but we need to at least start. Seven of Pentacles and the Lover's card. It's Seven of Pentacles. I feel like maybe you really do... Maybe you're too compatible with this person. Maybe you're too compatible with this person. That's very interesting. Because it's kind of like we need to start shaking it up a little bit. And I feel like, yeah, you like this person. Yeah, you get along with them. You're not looking to make an enemy, especially an enemy of somebody you are compatible with. Of course not. But it's time to move forward. It really is. So it's almost like maybe you need to take some of this to the side for yourself and start making that happen. when you move forward first, I feel like for a split second this person might follow, but then they'll start, well, all right, if Leo's going to do that, let me check it out with Leo. It's time for you to move forward first. Leo doesn't usually hold back, so it's something about respect. Maybe it's a work situation where you're like, that's really not my place to do that. But the longer we hold on, the less we actually make something happen. It's kind of like the sky is blue in the Four of Pentacles, and it's nice where it is, but the sky is a lot more interesting with the Strength card, and the Strength card is your card. The sky is a lot more fun. You can have a gentleness to you when you do it that way. You don't have to be like running in guns a-blazing, I get that. But if you start moving forward, I feel like it's going to give this other person the idea, like if they don't make a choice soon, you're going to make it for them or somebody else will. At least you're more compatible with this energy and you might try moving forward. But if they want to change direction, like, okay, but it's kind of like we need to do something. It's time to move forward. There needs to be a push forward. We're waiting too long. We're definitely waiting too long. And I get that I still think you're going to work well with this person by taking some liberties. Like, okay, if Leo moves forward and just starts making things happen, it's your natural energy just to do something. Where does that take the situation? Seven of Wands and the Devil card reversed. Oh, that is reversed. It literally came in right upside down, the 15 upside down. So am I thinking that's right? Because I feel like that's the release from bondage. And it's like the Seven of Wands is like once you start something, you'll probably stick with it. Kind of like, well, if you don't think this is right, tell me why. Because I'm going to keep going this way. I've already started. You're pulling somebody forward. But you're pulling somebody forward in a successful way. Leo is typically quite successful because you keep going. And if it doesn't work right, you just adjust it and you still keep going. That's just how it works. You're bringing your success with this. It's time to move forward. Take this with a grain of salt. You know what you're dealing with. Like, this is a general read, of course, but I'm getting it's time to move forward, and you're going to have to push it forward. It may not seem appropriate, but you know what? Life doesn't always work in the appropriate ways. Society may say this is appropriate, and so sometimes society is just flat out wrong. Sorry, but it is. Whatever society is, like, if we want to go back to like 50 years ago, what was appropriate was definitely flat out wrong in a lot of different situations, if you know what I'm saying. Without giving a slew of examples, there's a lot of things 50 years ago society said this is right and it was flat out wrong. So I'm sure you can easily find some examples. So maybe this is one of those things where you have to be wrong because being wrong is what's actually right. Yeah. Okay. I think y'all know what I mean by that, though, because it sounds messed up, but I think you know what I'm saying. The other side will catch up, and they'll see the benefit of like not sitting down and just thinking it out too long. And when you start moving forward, they're going to catch up, and then they're going to take control. But I feel like whatever the situation is, that's kind of how that's supposed to be anyway. I feel like you're kind of like, yeah, you should be moving forward, and yeah, you should be leading. So go ahead. With what I've already started, and we'll keep going that way. Well, is it like, are they in control, or are we just pretending they are in control? Like, I'm just curious, are they in control? Are they, though, really? Because I feel like once you do this, everything seems good still. Like, I'm thinking, are things still good with you and this person? Because I understand, like, it's a little nerve-wracking. It really is, for me anyway. Three of Wands, it keeps moving forward, and the Strength card, again, you're a leader. Like, Leo is a leader. Like, we know this, right? Like, you're not shocked with that information. You're a leader. That's just how it is. I don't feel like people are going to give you a hard time. But I feel like, somebody else might technically be the leader. Maybe there's certain things they do lead on. But when things like this happen, this is part of your gift. You're going to keep moving. You're going to keep going. You're going to get things done. You just sitting here and going, okay, I guess we'll just keep doing it the same way we've been doing it. That's not really Leo. And I'm getting it goes really well. It goes really well. You get it moving forward. I'm still thinking it's kind of like just like in title only. The other person is leading, but maybe they are. I just feel like you're a leader and you're just going to keep moving forward. And when this next cycle comes in, I feel like it's a lot more beautiful. Things are going to keep going and things are going to keep moving forward. And I don't see you as a follower. I usually don't see Leo as a follower. They're typically a leader. They blaze the trail. In certain situations, I know you're a great support, but even when you're supporting, you're leading the way on that too. So, is there anything else with this other person that I could help you with, or other situation? I don't know. The energy's fast. It is very fast. But what else can I really say about it? Ace of Wands and the Magician. They do want to move forward. I also feel like, if I'm going to be fair, when you do finally start moving forward, it's probably like one of the directions this person was going to go anyway. Either you've been talking to them and you kind of have an idea what they're thinking and you're just going to pick the one that works best for you, or maybe you don't know what they're thinking, but your mindset and their mindset are so similar that when you choose to move forward, it's going to kind of link up anyway. So I feel like you're more on point with this person maybe than you realize. So either by information, you know what they're thinking, or you just have the same tendency to go the same way. It seems like it's best. We need to move forward. We really do need to move forward. And there's a lot of push to move forward. It's kind of like there's earth energy kind of holding me back here. We're overthinking it. We're going too slow. Earth energy has its place. Earth energy has its time. It's just this is not the time for it. This is not, in this situation, it's just not matching up. Everything has its place and time, and right now Earth isn't the match. Fire is the match. You're fire. Let's move forward. I feel like I kept talking fast too through the whole thing. Alright, it's time to go forward. I'm going to shut this down here. I hope that helps. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below with the same email. Thanks again for watching, and have a great day.